Dr. Keith Watson. How are you, sir? You okay?
Yeah, very good. I've just done park run this morning, managed to get around 5K, and I'm all settled in, ready for this, so that's great.
Oh, brilliant. A 5K morning one. That's brilliant. Do you do that every single morning or every other
Well,
day?
that's the 138th I've done. So that's just on a Saturday morning park run, which is great. But I do like my sport a little bit. Let's put it that way.
That's brilliant. I mean, do you do that like do you feel like that really sets up your day, like that morning run in the morning?
Yeah, I think it's massive, isn't it? And we know over the last 18 months in terms of well-being, I've always been interested in sport and I've been active, a pretty slow plodder really as a runner, but I love it. And clear in my mind, I do sprint triathlons as well. So swim, bike, run. And I just find, when I'm up to here with things or whatever, you suddenly go for a 20-mile bike ride, suddenly the world feels a lot better afterwards. And
Of course you do,
I think
yeah.
it's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've spoken to a lot of people actually from different backgrounds on the podcast about from like composers to doctors like yourself and so forth. And they've all said that exercise in some form really helps with their mental health, whether it's like a brisk walk in the morning, walking the dog, or like you said, like a 5K run in the morning. I mean,
Yeah.
for someone like yourself, did it take you quite a while to get up to a 5K, or was like a fairly quick thing for you?
Yeah, it takes me about 24 minutes.
Oh wow!
I've run for 20 years. Interestingly, about 7 years ago, I had a real problem with my spine. I had to have surgery on my spine.
Oh wow!
Prolapse disc. They said I'd never run again. I kind of ignored that and have done 140 park runs since. But it's about being sensible, and managing yourself well. I think looking after yourself as much as you can. At my advanced age, you need to look after your body.
Of course.
But I think, just and it doesn't have to be, the sports I do, but I think just being active, we know, just in terms of mindset and whatever, and the chemicals that are released in our body and our, that help with our well-being through movement, through exercise. And I think that's massive for people. I even, sometimes if I'm working, because I work from home a lot, but sometimes I'll walk to the office, which is ironic because the office is home, but it will literally be go out for a 25-minute walk around to come back to get your body going as well, but also get mentally like I'm going to something to do it. I think tricks like that with the mind can help. But yeah, certainly I like to try and keep active if I can.
Of course, I mean, I'm exactly the same as you. I love my fitness as well, and it really sets me up for the day, the week, or the month. And it also clears my mind to help me focus on what needs to be done as well that day. So if I go like it's like a 25-minute walk or half an hour walk, I know what to focus on for that day, and it really helps me. I mean, with your spinal injury, what was that? What was that due to? Like, was it wear and tear, an accident, or?
Yeah, it was really. It was. I developed sciatica, and then one day I went out for a run, and ouch, really. And I won't go into the gruesome details, but between your spine, what happens, and you get basically like pinched nerves and all of that. And it is one of those things you can manage it, but actually they said obviously things are so brilliant these days, the operations they could do, but I could have surgery on it. And that's been really helpful. And I was struggling to walk more than 100 yards at one point, and as 3 months of rehab after that, I was active again. But I took my time building up, I didn't just suddenly jump back into things. I still have difficult. I can only run twice a week because the battering on my thing. But that's why I swim and bike, because there's not the stress. So it's like everything, you just learn how to manage it. But we have to overcome adversity, and that wasn't too. Other people have got a lot harder things to overcome.
Yeah, but congratulations though for getting through it though, and keeping fit still from after all that. Cause like you said, when people come from any kind of injury, like you speak to the spinal injury, that's a very scary thing to go through. I mean, that could cause a lot of like depression and mental health. A lot of people, but you came back with it with a positive mindset, got over in a few months, and got on with life. And then I really admire that.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. And my physio, because obviously I had physio afterwards and everything, and she was astonished by how I stuck to it, because she said most people don't, but to me, that was useful because I literally had the surgery, and the agonies. No, I've never experienced anything like it for the couple of days afterwards. Like I'm lying in bed, like, can I actually turn over? But these things you have to get moving. And I actually asked my youngest daughter, 7 years old at the time, and I said that she had to come and see me every hour in bed and say, "Dad, get up for a walk." So she came in the next morning at 9 and said, get up. And I literally had to walk down the stairs to the garden back. And that was all I could do. Back upstairs, lie down.
Wow.
And she came back to me every hour for the whole weekend. And every hour I got up and I did it. And it was, to me, it was like I had a training plan. Now, instead of the training plan cycling 20 miles, it was like walk to the end of the garden.
Yeah.
But it's the same mindset, you know, and I think that step by step by step, when you got a big problem like that, I have a saying in leadership, we say, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You know, when there's something massive, you can't contemplate that. So I couldn't contemplate, could I get back to running, you know, long distances? But I could contemplate just getting to the end of the garden. So actually, that's what you do. You have those little targets that you work on, and it builds up.